In this video, I want to talk about giving your employees agency. And so, for many of you don't know, as I said, I am a manager. And so I was having a conversation the other day. It's actually someone that I'd worked with in the past. And there was this idea that, I know that they can do the work. I've seen them done it. Traditionally, when I'm working with folks and I'm asking them, can they do this? I'm asking, do they actually have the skill to do it? So if I taught them it. The other thing, it's not only the skill, but we taught the other thing, it's will, and that's also the motivation. Are they motivated right now? Right? Like, so there's two different things, right? There are some folks who can do it and they're just not motivated. And there are some folks who may have the motivation and they don't have the will. I'm sorry, they don't have the skill. So I know that this person could do it. And so we just started talking. And so because I knew he could do it, this was a good coaching moment for me because I had some ideas of how I could hold this person accountable. And so before I jumped in to start to say, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we do A, B, and C? It was more along the line of, hey, what do you think that you need to do in order to get to the place that we need to be? So whether it's close a deal, is whether it's respond to, finish this project, the ideas was I wanted him to come up with this, tap into that intrinsic motivation to then say, okay, here's why I'm at the job. Here's the things that make me come alive. Here are three things I can do in the next 2 weeks to get to where I need to be. And so some of it also, it's just like, hey, I haven't worked out. If you think about the example, it's like, I haven't worked out in a while. So it's like getting back. It's like, I haven't done this thing. I haven't, ridden this bike in a while. So it's like getting back. If it's something that you haven't done in a while, you kind of have to get back into the motion. And so that was one of the things that we were talking about. And it was a very interesting conversation because I started to think about that was a pivotal moment for them of, I said, hey, for the next 2 weeks, I would like for you to try things your way and see how it goes. If after the 2 weeks, you still need help, I will jump in because I can see there's maybe one or two things that I may be able to help you with. And so that also led us to us talking about not only agency, but it might even be the illusion of having something that I would like to say it's even the illusion of having control. And here's an example I use. If you think about it, and someone check me on this, but flying on an airplane is arguably the safest means of transportation. Let me repeat that. Flying on an airplane is arguably the safest means of transportation. However, more people prefer to drive than they want to fly. There's a lot more people who are afraid of flying than there are of driving. And one of the things that I believe that is because there's this illusion of control when you're driving. When you're flying, your life is in the hands of the pilot. There's nothing you can do, right? When you're driving, you feel like you're in more control. You feel like you're more in control of the scenario of how things are going. And so this is just to share with you that sometimes when you're working or if you're a manager, you want to equip your folks to have that control. Whether or not the control move the needle for them, it doesn't matter. It will move the needle for them because whether or not it's real control or not, you want to make sure that they feel like whatever they're doing is coming from a place of agency. It is coming from a place that they feel like they're in control of the choices that they're making and that things aren't forced upon them. Hopefully this is helpful. I'd love to hear you guys out there equip your team with agency, or if you're a worker, how do you ensure that you're doing things that you feel that are coming from a place of agency, feeling from a place of choicefulness, that you choose to do this, not necessarily this was forced upon you.